Skyfire TLC, so more garrison fleet usage. I'm glad I got my, at least this one's assault. But I've got my, wait a second, assault. Really? I mean, that means, sounds like I could use my Phoenix. All right, let's go ahead and activate the Skyfire. So the first one is available for 6 hours. Garrison fleet's recommended. Have any of you guys done it yet? Do you think it would be better, icebreakers would be better, or monolith? Anybody? Oh, well, you know, we do appreciate that, Power Boss. Definitely appreciate that. Hey, Boy. All right, icebreakers it is. I'm tired, but I need to have something repairing. Haha. I saw Spider-Man. Hey, this looks familiar. Man, I'm looking at it, and I think I can do most of it for free with monoliths. Let me get my monoliths out. I just go through it this first time just to get used to it. I'll check each one too. And I'll check each one as I go through. I'm gonna go ahead and try that one with monoliths. What did I think? Well, obviously I don't want to give anything away. Michael Keaton was amazing. He was very, very good. Michael Keaton was very, very good villain. And I kind of felt like they went a little too young with Spider-Man. You know what I mean? Because he was like just very immature and in a hurry, like 15-year-olds are. And there's 15-year-olds that really accept that there's things they don't know. So, and he was actually no different. So. Hey, Fireheart. Yep, this is the Skyfire, yep. Well, this is the first one. It just came out this week. And Skyfire TLC just came out this week. And this is the very first encounter, the very first run-through. So you really didn't miss anything yet. I was kind of hoping I'd be able to avoid that cold snap, but oh well. It's going completely over. Take that, sucker. All right. Yeah, I'm kind of getting the snot beat out of me at the moment. Love that splash, man. And that's like with nothing. That's with nothing. Come on, you. Unbelievable. Still didn't work. Super. Nice. See if I can get them close together. Yeah, maybe I should have stuck to icebreakers. Maybe I should have listened. I actually really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. Spider-Man.
Okay, let's do this fucking shit.
I did. I enjoyed it. Was it the best one? That's debatable. That's debatable. Because it was different. It was just really just completely different, you know, than the other ones. You know what I mean? This one right here was more reliant on technology, and I mean, even though he did have his own gifts, they didn't really go through the whole origin thing. But I don't know. I don't want to tell too much, right? Because I don't want to ruin it for anybody. I don't want to ruin it for anybody, but they didn't go through the whole origin process, so you never actually see him get bit by a spider or anything like that. But it was good. It was still good. It was still good. I just, you know, Spider-Man, it's like his character was like 15 years old. Very immature, thinking he knows everything and he's ready for everything. And all right. I don't know why I did that. Hey, I just recognized this one. This is the Forsaken Mission target. That's the Forsaken Mission target one. This is like the old 109. was kind of awesome. Encounters 4 and 5 are FM 81 and 83 from now. Okay. And Encounters 4 and 5, avoid what you can. Hey, 10-6. Oh my goodness, that sucks, buddy. Yeah, I probably am, Super. Probably am. It'd probably be Tuesday, because I gotta get my Forsaken mission, my alliance points. I'm gonna try to get my alliance points first before jumping. But my alliance might actually be going to Alpha too. So if they're going to Alpha, then if I don't go where you're at, then I'm probably going to go where they're at. I'll do one of the two things. Oh yeah, the delay when the I actually do see the chat in real time, but what you're seeing is like 30 seconds late. So you can tell the difference, the delay in chat by when you see what you just typed pop up on my screen. See, in this one right here, I actually remember prepping out a lot of this right here with using these torp towers, and the mortars would splash everything. Man, I still feel like I want to use my monoliths. Isn't that terrible? And I look at that, man, and I'm just like, man, I want to use my monoliths. I know a lot of times I do a really late night stream on Friday nights. I don't know if I can do it tonight, man. I am like really beat. I'm like tired than usual. It always starts me at the top. So it doesn't give me a say about where I start. What a jerk. I'm going for the second shipyard right here. Boom! I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Ah. Oh man, that jumped forward a lot, didn't it? It almost cost me. See if I can get in here and get to that guy. Second shipyard again. Didn't really do what I wanted it to. Dang ya. Alright, we got ships inbound. On the right. We're gonna die. Sucker. The PvP against your ships? You mean the fleet versus fleet? What do you mean? Because I'm the only player. Oh, the fleet versus fleet, yeah. I know it can be kind of easy to get a lot of those acronyms mixed up, but fleet versus fleet, FVF. PvP is player versus player. This is actually PvE, player versus environment, but fleet versus fleet. Yeah. But I know what you mean. I guess that's what's important. I just had to make sure I knew what you meant. All right, last one. And that'll be a proud papa of a new Hornet UAV. Alright, so this one right here, I came in at the top before. It was actually my preferred entry. They're not going to give me that though, are they? Wow, it's a lot of stuff up there. They're like not doing anything to that ship up there. You miss X and White Star? They're in better places, man, believe me. I mean, you know. So close. Boom. Well. Oh, dang, there's still a ship stuck over there. That's funny right there. Alright, 1, 2. Yeah. I'm gonna try to do this running. I want to try to kite. the best that I can. Oh, sweet. That's awesome, man. They were close enough to where... Watching this is the skirt. Yeah, the splash is awesome. Oh, I had enough splash that killed the boats, no problem. I don't like that they don't let you pick your spawn point. I don't like that. But, you know, what you gonna do, you know? Man, all I want to do is hit speed up. And it keeps blinking. Alright, and so I guess the Skyfire TLC, there's just the 3 of them, right? Alright, so that's going to give me the Skyfire carrier and then some build tokens. You know, I will say this, what I do know about the Skyfire. The Skyfire is a lot of fun to drive. It is a lot of fun. Probably more fun than the Phoenix. All right. Well, it looks like I could probably keep going if I want. I am at 45 minutes worth of damage, so it seems like most of that damage was taken in the beginning, though. You know what I mean? So if I do it again, maybe I ought to just save my monoliths for like the last 3, for like 4 on, and then just use like 1 through 3, use my icebreakers. What do you guys think? Does that sound like a good strategy? All right. So it sounds like it's a plan. All right, let's see. Check on the old memory. It says I'm at 35%. I'm almost at 2 gigs of RAM right there. Holy moly. Crash City. Stage 3 is completely different. Hey, Raven. All right, let's do it. Got 3 hours to get this one done. The menu. Sharing coordinates for a few underprotected Drac garrisons. Why? It's just say Greta has inspired a bit of a grudge. Alright. a cat. Everything just kind of blows up. Hey, my splash worked over there. My cat's here. It's about 12 inches from my face. And you're going to sit right there. Really. I have to use my stream monitor to actually play. Kitty. You want a build so you can do the weekly. What ship are you using there, Tax Cut? What ship? I guess, yeah, you want to see my build, my Visago build. Now, you could just type Icebreaker in chat. You were using the Malice. Malice is... Oh, but you can't use Conquerors anymore. Yeah. Now, do you have any garrison hulls? That's what you need, is a garrison hull. Alright, this is my Visago. It's pretty much built identical to all my other icebreakers. Except I did kind of screw up one special. I put high velocity rounds on there instead of high yield warheads. Like I did all my icebreakers. But it's okay. I'm out of icebreaker or Visago icebreaker build tokens, so I'm just gonna live with it. You don't have any hulls. Well, that makes things a little tough there, Tax Cut. You gotta have some hulls. I up to? Oh, I got an itch. Tank is basically it's like a lead. It's a lead. It's something that's built and designed to take damage, to keep all the other ships from taking damage. That's kind of what the point of it is. If you look at some of my fleets, it's like the monoliths. I do have armor on them, but they're not fully armored, where my gridiron is fully armored. And even down here with my old ships, my citadels had no armor on them whatsoever. I would basically take a Zelos, which is around here somewhere. Oh, it's right here. That was my tank. I would tank with the Zelos, and I would run that in the front. So it was designed to pull in all the damage and save the rest of my ships. That was the whole point of it. What level are you now, Tax Cut? Because I know you've been around my stream for quite a while.
History is turning into a white-knuckle ride for sure. And things are going to get worse. Apparently much worse. We are closing distance with the first moments of true human civilization. It's not a sure thing. It rests in our hands, as it always has. So it all went for this. It will all be made clear in the lifetime of most of us. We simply must push forward. Push forward. Push forward.
If I bleed tonight, if I am sad tonight, I don't have a job to find. And if I work tonight, if I'm so tired tonight, I'll fall asleep
See what happens here.
when I'm home.
Wow, they're not shooting at the Legion at all.
I was just so far from here, focused on my own way, with never looking back to those who lived in fear. There was nothing I could do, there was nothing you said that could make me realize how much lucky I was. Just out of reach of the fire, was not aware of the
Yeah, I think you're just I don't know. It's kind of hard, managing, because the game I think almost causes depression sometimes, right? It's because it is a really tough game. It is a tough game compared to a lot of games out there, and it almost causes depression to the point where it just drives pessimism. You know what I mean? Like, there is a roadmap for most things, and in the past, what in the world? Hold on a second. So I'm in the middle of a TLC, so I don't know. I want to be helpful, but at the same time, I have to make sure I take care of my TLC. I'm on a clock. That's all I'm saying. All right. Well, anyway, so there is a roadmap. Typically, the first thing you want to try to do is get... so you have your garrison right here. This here usually will tell you what you need to do. You need to get started. The Berserker is the very first garrison, I guess, that they're giving away in here now. It's considered tier 4, and then Citadel, of course, is considered tier 5. But also in the Forsaken missions, the Citadel's available in Price Pack 2. So if you don't have what you need, if you're able to complete Price Pack 1, you get a Punisher, and you get a 3-day Punisher build token. That is your first tank. The Punisher is your first tank. All right? And then in Prize Pool 2, if you get that done, you can get the Citadel. You get the XP tokens for your Punisher. And then you can even get the Zelos in Prize Pool 2, which that's your second tank. That's your second tank. Once you get the Zelos, you don't need the Punisher anymore. You may prefer it. I don't know. Squall Launcher is a good weapon for your tank. And this is designed to help you get started in the Forsaken missions. This is designed to help you get started. And but Price Pool 1, all you need for that's 150,000 points. Price Pool 2 is 1,000,000 points. If you can get, I mean, that's how you start. That's how you get started. Pandemonium Mortars, that would be good for your Citadel. If you can get to that, get your Pandemonium Mortars. That'd be a really good start for your good first mortar for your Citadels. The Pandemonium is really good. So they do try to get you sort of started off a little bit. If you can get to Price Pool 3, get Judgments. The Judgments were actually made for the Citadel. So then you got Combustion System 2. So it's all about a progression. If you can get to the Price Pool 3, you even got Citadel build tokens. So they're trying to help you get them built and get started. It's just, get started putting effort in there. Well, it depends on what target you're hitting there, Tax Cut. And the Squall Launcher has got a 94 range. And there are, if you're smart, you know what I mean, there are ways. You don't have to try to spot the Cold Snap. You can spot something next to the Cold Snap and then splash it out. You don't have to spot the Cold Snap. If you can drive around, it might take a long time, but if you can drive around and pick on certain buildings, you can use that splash to kill the Cold Snap without ever having to target the Cold Snap directly. So you just got to be smart, You just got to be a smart player. Oh, what was the post? What did I miss? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know about if being an educator would be like my calling, to be honest with you. I mean, I have the patience that a lot of people lack. But the thing is, it's like, I don't know. I mean, I definitely have the patience, but I'm not sure. Not everybody wants to be reached, and not everybody wants to be reached. Who we think we are. Splash, baby. crap. Is he coming for me? Yep. Oh, he's only shooting a couple missiles, though.
Sunnyside Beats.
Sunnyside Beats. Oh, man. I didn't want that to happen. So I don't want to have to target the cold snap if I don't have to. I'd rather target something close to it. I'm going to try to spot that guy. Not enough. Tax cut, did anything I say, was anything I say helpful at all? I'm good. Good. I hate to see anybody struggling with this game. I really do. I hate to see anybody struggling with it. I know me personally, I'm struggling right now with base defense. This new fleet that, you know, that it's being used, man, I just don't know what to do with it. It doesn't seem like the hull has any weakness. You know, it just doesn't seem to me that there's any weakness that I could exploit, you know, with the new Pride fleet. So that's something I'm struggling with at the moment. Yeah, well, eventually you'll get caught up. It might take a couple of cycles, but these things, they last for a whole year now. Okay, these garrison cycles, they do last for a whole year. Man, I feel like they moved me again. So, I mean, you know, it'll be the same time every year when they change, is all I'm saying. So these new ones, you have a year to build for them and use them. You know what I mean? I hate to say this. I need a nature break. Oh, man, I can't do it now, right? Because I'm getting shot at. Why they got to do that, man? Why they got to be jerks? Why are you shooting at me now? I was getting ready to give you a break, too. And the screen keeps jumping. I need to check my memory. Oh, Citadel stuck again. All right, I'm gonna go do the whole going around the left side thing this time around. I'm gonna try splashing out that Citadel right there. Use that guy to take out all of the. Come on, man, shoot at it. Oh, it didn't really work. Man, that guy pushes out some orders, man. I give him some credit. Hey, Dirty Harry. Hey, KB. Yeah, I went to go see Spider-Man, KB. That's why I wasn't on earlier. What colors will Harmon's Bugatti? I love it. Actually, I need to step away for a second. But I will take you up on that in a minute, Dirty Harry. I just need a nature break. I'll be right back. I promise. Hey folks, this is Price is Wrong. I want to take a moment to thank you for supporting my stream. I appreciate it very much. I'm on break right now. I'll be right back. I just nature break, getting a drink, stuff. I'm just taking a break right now. But I do want to thank you for taking the time to tune in and for supporting my stream. Hopefully you've already clicked follow underneath the stream and turned on the notifications. There's Twitter links down there if you prefer getting notifications that I'm live that way. There's even a link to my Price is Wrong Facebook page. So there's a lot of different ways to follow. A lot of cool stuff you can do here in the chat while you're waiting. If you read some of the boxes underneath my stream, there's lots of cool stuff. If you want to know what you can do with credits, or how to get credits, all that information's down there. If you'd like to know what kind of hardware I use, I'm pretty sure I'm trying to do my best. I'm trying to do a really good job keeping all that stuff up to date too. But anyway, if you've got any recommendations, things that you'd like to see here on my channel, please leave me a message. I'm always looking for new creative ways to entertain everybody. So thank you again for coming out and hanging out, making my stream better. So it's awesome. Thank you. Be right back. All right, I'm back. All right. I don't remember what's left. Probably ought to check my memory, huh? Yeah, 1.3. Hey, Judge Steele. Haha, building a ship in a bottle. I don't know if I could pull that off, man. I really don't know if I could pull that off. It'd be cool if I could. All right, just desserts. Zoe, steal back the Reaver schematics, which we firstly and honorably stole. I went to go see Spider-Man, Judge Steele. I went to go see Spider-Man, so yeah, I was a little late getting started. This one looks familiar. I've done this with my Citadels, but never with Monoliths. One, two. This one wasn't too bad either. I'm definitely I'm being distracted from the conversation by the game here. So there's apparently like conversation has gone beyond me at this point. All right. The global elite are blood drinking Satanists. Okay. Hey, Isaac, how you doing, bud? I'm gonna try to catch up. Yeah, they do promise a lot nowadays. All right. Look at the page up. All right, so yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah. I think what Dirty Harry is leading to, we have a special guest that's going to be on the show next week. So we're definitely trying to get some solid questions from the community. All right, one more to go. Going pretty good. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's cool. Hey, why not? Yeah, staying relevant's expensive. Not just catching up, just staying relevant's expensive. It really is. Yeah. It's the head Battle Pirate dev guy is going to be on Air Specs. GD Air Specs. Well, I think you're onto something, Dirty Harry. I mean, quite honestly, I think you're onto something because, I mean, catching onto the theme like that, it's probably not a bad line of questioning. Now, I don't know. Now, obviously, you have a different perspective. You know what I mean? Because you're not very sympathetic, right? Because of how much you've had to invest to be where you're at in the game. The dreaded double D. I don't know what the dreaded double D is. All right, let's do this. All right, now we got 7. Oh, dry dock. Yeah. Well, I probably could. I probably could, but I mean, it'd probably be the same answer we always get. Oh, this is completely different. Look at it.
So you think you know me, but I'm not
Yeah, you told me it would be.
inside of me. You can't control me. When we're done, we'll see who's standing. And don't sit down, stand walls built. So you think you know me? I will break you down. I've broken so many bones, but nothing's left the scars like the memory of you. If a piece of this breaks down, the rest of it falls apart. And with the scars and the memory of you.
Maybe I should have put some countermeasures on here, some anti-mortars.
When it's almost over, my bleeding heart still bears your name. And once we're sober, we'll begin to share the pain. And don't sit down, stand walls built around. And once it's over, I will lay you low. I've broken so many bones, but nothing's left the scars like the memory of you. If a piece of this breaks down, the rest of it falls apart. And with the scars and the memory of you. And the memory of
Yeah. Well, yeah, we've gotten a rare opportunity, quite honestly, to be legitimized by Kixeye again. You know what I mean? And so it's an opportunity we don't want to squander. Now, we don't want to emulate anybody else. I mean, we're the originals when it comes right down to it, and we want to maintain that. So we're not going to be butt kissing, but at the same time, we want to keep them coming back. So I don't agree with that the build times are solved. I don't agree with that myself, but I mean, the tokens are nice, but it's not really sustainable. Not to mention, it's like, Kixeye can just turn them off anytime they want. Just make them not available. Yeah, we actually have to. Yeah, we need to remain productive and extract useful information. I think is the trick. The heck? Man, I can't drive over here because it's like nothing's clickable. Criminy. Yay. Yeah, KB, I agree with you. I kind of wish that I could use the gold that I had already purchased on some of those deals. I do agree with you. Yeah, the limited time offers. I agree with you.
She's saying, ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live. Don't let it go. Ooh, you've got one life to live. She's singing, ooh, you've got one life to live.
That's all. Yeah, I'm having a hard time keeping up too because I'm actually trying to play the game. Let me get on Discord though. Check. Test. I'm on there. Thank you, KB. I try to do a lot of common sense stuff with my builds. I'm not as creative as a lot of people are, though. Some people are really creative. I don't know. I probably should put more time into actually thinking about trying different things, but I don't know. I don't know if it's me procrastinating or if my heart's just not in it or what it is. But occasionally, you know, my builds are okay. Occasionally, they're okay. Hey, Dirty Harry.
Hey, man.
How you doing, man?
Well, I was trying to sneak a question in there to get some insider info or insider questions that we might not have thought of. But that's cool. It's good that they know.
Yeah. I didn't know you were trying to keep it like hush hush. That wasn't my plan, but you know.
Oh no, I wasn't trying to keep it hush hush necessarily. I just didn't want to you give any false impressions or anything.
Yeah,
along those lines. Sorry, I got the hiccups for some reason. Been drinking too much. All right, so you drive, and I'll just read the questions, and we'll talk about them. Timsky, if that's okay with you.
yeah.
Sorry again. Timsick says, I'd like to see a lot of the questions Price has asked on the Thursday shows. For example, tiers. How the ships were supposed to be moved down as tiers, new ships. That's a great question.
It's actually on my list.
Yeah, I think that's a great question. I'm not sure that I'm not sure we'll get an answer to it, but
Oh yeah. What in the world? Did I just get a new follow? What was that? What did I miss?
Oh, BLM's hosting.
Oh, thank you for that, BLM.
Yeah, I know. All right, time to keep tight grip on my mute button.
No, it's all right. Yeah, if you actually did join, I don't know. I guess once I see you, I think I can create a permission for you and you can join. Maybe I think it'll work that way.
Power Boss says he's kind of worried on the global war opening at the end of the year that you could opt into.
Yeah,
I think there are several people that share that concern.
All right. Yeah, I'm not a big fan. I guess there's got a couple of things coming out that's like to push PvP, and I don't know that I'm really big into any of that, to be honest with you. I know they're trying to push people to spend on PvP, and that's not my style, never has been.
Yeah. And Power Boss, he said Price gets a leg up more than most because he usually gets lucky into the preview servers. It depends on what you mean by a leg up and lucky.
Yeah. I know it's coming out. Yeah, I know. I do get access to some closed previews, but they're not as often as probably a lot of people think. I don't know. I don't know what the expectation there is.
And you guys need to keep in mind that what we see in the preview servers is very tightly controlled. We don't get, wide. Let me rephrase that. We don't get mostly in the targets and what they want us to be testing, what they're trying to gather data on, what they're trying to figure out whether it works, whether it doesn't work, what they need to change, that kind of thing. So my personal experience in the preview servers is that I end up chatting with Robot and the team, the Kicks guys, about what I'm doing, what I'm seeing. Hey, check this out. What does this mean? That kind of stuff. More so than actually playing. Talking about stats, talking about how certain boats perform against certain targets, that kind of stuff. So if you consider that a leg up just because we know it's coming, then you're correct. If you consider it a leg up because we know how to deal with it when it hits the live game, that's not correct. Because they changed a lot of stuff based on how the preview servers go, and a lot of those questions and things that get asked in discussions. So it's a catch-22. You know, if they don't do preview servers, then they don't get any feedback at all, and if they do preview servers, then that doesn't necessarily mean that what they're testing is what they're actually going to release. I hope that makes sense. Yeah, PvP's it's tough. PvP right now is pretty tough. PvP, building a good PvP fleet is not a problem. Excuse me, I keep hiccuping, guys. Sorry, but the problem is defense. The more they expand specialist deflections and things like that on Conqueror hulls, the more difficult it is to figure out how to defend against everything, and or at least, you know, put a base together that has a reasonable chance. You know, if the driver screws up, like it was in the old days, you can kill any base as long as you drove properly. Now you can kill any base as long as you build properly. Because if you have the right fleet against the right fleet against the right base, they're not going to hurt you. Tax cut PvP is a problem if you don't have any hulls or the ability to get turrets. Yes, you're correct. PvP is actually something that most mid-level players trying to cross over into upper levels would have problems with, because you need Conqueror fleets to do a lot of these time-limited campaigns. That's kind of a way, I think, that they've put another little stopgap in there. If you happen to have a good fleet, for example, a good mono fleet or something like that, that doesn't necessarily mean you can get all the top level stuff, because you might also need Conqueror fleets in some of the TLCs. Yeah, I know. Sorry. I don't know why I got the hiccup so bad.
Yeah, as far as the sharing, I mean, I prefer to share everything, but there's a lot of times when we're not allowed to share. A lot of times we're not allowed to share. I mean, you know, we're locked down, and there's consequences for, you know, there would be consequences for that.
Yeah, we actually signed legal documents in many cases to get access to a lot of the information that we get. It's not a joke. I mean, it's serious. It's business. We are participating in their business plan. So while we typically get the benefit of being able to share that before they release it to the general public, that does not mean that, hey, we were just in a closed preview server and we saw this and here's some screenshots of it. If we were to do that, that'd be the end of it. Weren't you guys on Doom shit list for a while?
Yeah.
Well,
Still are. I don't know. I think it's gotten better. I think things are finally starting to chill a little bit. But yeah, definitely were. And I may still be.
Expensive repair times for PvP, RB. That question could be looked at two ways. First of all, repair times for Conqueror fleets. For the most part, Conqueror fleets don't really need much, if any, armor. So you're looking at 30 minutes per boat. So two and a half hours for a fully built, dead Conqueror fleet. For the most part. Once again, I'm going to clarify that. There's obviously exceptions. So PvP repair times are nothing by comparison to everything else. But that can also be interpreted as, because the repair times are lower, isn't that killing PvP because it's so cheap to go out and smash bases? I'm not sure. Basically, I'm asking you to clarify what you mean by that. The expensive repair times killing PvP. I don't disagree. I just don't understand the question. And Doom does not. Well, I can't say that. I don't believe Doom has control over who gets access to the preview stuff. The Price and I are members of a group that how do I want to say this? It's not Doom specific. It's not specific to what Doom does. This is the developers and the game designer team and those kind of guys. So Doom is a part of that, but he's not the final decision maker. I don't believe at all.
Yeah, I'm not sure that how much of that I agree with, but I think he actually is. I think he is, but me personally, I've been around a lot longer, than he has as far as doing what we do. And so it's like trying to revoking my access draws attention because I'm pretty well known. Oh my goodness, I just screwed up. Almost messed up my monos. Almost got him killed. But yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people would notice. I know a lot of people over there.
Yeah, Joel, you're talking about Cannoneers, which is a PvE fleet. You're absolutely right. Repair times on those is very high, and it's supposed to be very high because basically the concept is if you drive them really well, you can do most targets for very little, if any, damage. But at the same time, if you drive them poorly, that a very high repair time makes up for all the times that you were successful, or all the times that you were able to hit it for free. I hope that makes sense. And yeah, it is ridiculous. I mean, you're talking about a fleet that has a repair time of 24 hours or something like that. That's just insane.
They got like one shrouded countermeasure all the way down here. If you don't have the splash when you kill this to take that out, then you got to come all the way back out.
Yeah, that was a pain. Just extra drive time. Loaded question from Power Boss. Can we ask Doom to do his updates again?
Well, he's not going to be on the show, and the person that we have is not going to be able to speak for him either.
Yeah, I think you're talking about like the
whip.
Yeah, work in progress, exactly. That's it's valid, and I think I'm okay in saying that that's definitely a topic that's come up and been discussed in some of the private meetings that we have. So that's, yeah, we would like it too. I'll just leave it at that.
Yeah, more communications is good. I just obviously not everybody appreciates being held accountable. You know what I mean? And if they're able to avoid it, then they do so.
Yeah, and ultimately, in case you didn't know, what Price is talking about is that they stopped doing it because they didn't necessarily know. They didn't necessarily have all the decisions made when they put that information out. Even though they said things were subject to change, it was just, enough things would go wrong, and every time something would change, then the community would just crap all over them. Hey, but you said this and you said that, which is valid. I mean, I have to admit, from their perspective, in my opinion, that's a valid complaint or a valid concern. Okay, and Price, sorry man, just tell me to shut up and go away if I'm.
I can't watch the chat, so you're seeing it and I'm not. So.
That's cool. I just jumped on here because I asked that question and everything exploded and everybody wanted to, and there was no way I could respond to anything that fast or everything that fast. And Joel, we've asked that too. How about a more general whip, basically a less precise whip? And we actually are getting that in the form of the state of the game. There's very little specific detail there.
Yeah,
but
and I gotta say, the state of the game, it shouldn't be a whip, right? The state of the game is like, I think how that's the state of the game is the present, not the future. You know what I'm saying? I've been kind of confused by that. I think somehow or another, for some reason, the state of the game has changed. The whip went away, and then the state of the game turned into that, and it's not supposed to be that way.
Right, and I have noticed that, and I think it was more of a compromise to try to look a little more forward, but without giving the specific information that would come back to bite them. And sorry about the hiccups, Pro Boss, Power Boss.
I think folks are probably having fun with them at this point.
Oh yeah, and that's okay. I'm used to it. Troll me.
What world? Oh yeah.
Sorry, I'm just going back up and seeing a few things I missed. Yeah, Power Boss, Zelos and Citadels with Harlocks from Complete Dead is like 13 hours, 13 hours repair, and you're correct. But the whole point there is, I mean, unless you really screw up driving, your Citadels should not be taking much damage. So the real damage consideration is the Zelos, or your tank, I should say, because a lot of people still use Punishers. Sorry, I had to think about that. Yeah, the drinking word is Harry's hiccups. So every time I hiccup, you guys got to take a drink. You guys are doomed. Yeah, no burping, just hiccups. And this is good. I mean, I think we got some good information, good feedback, good thoughts at least from you guys. One thing that a lot of your questions have done is made me feel like a lot of the things that I ask or things that get talked about in some of those private meetings, we're asking the right things. We're asking the same things you guys are concerned about. So, you know, the fact that I'm a pretty heavy coiner isn't stopping me from asking the same types of questions, or probably more so than me for those types of questions that you guys that are of concern to you.
Yeah, you realize I have to come back here before until now.
And Joel, you're right. The Sits are no longer top line. They're no longer a top end fleet. But you have to remember, with Sits, you would have been able, or you should have been able, to do very well in the last raid series, even as old as that fleet is. So because they're still very usable and very relevant to the current state of the game, I personally, not that that's what you're asking, but I personally don't see a problem with them still having a pretty high repair time.
Uh-oh.
More updates to the Foundry. They just reworked the Foundry, and to be blunt and honest, I don't mess with it that much, Power Boss. So can you be more specific about what kind of an update you would like to see? And Timsick, that's something else that came up when it was, I can't remember the raid series. I think it was the Cannoneer series, Scourge. But the point of that was you had to have a very specific fleet, and you had to have a very specific build to dominate dominate those targets. And so then the very next raid series was this last one, I believe, which, you could use. We were just talking about that. You could use Punisher tank, a good Punisher tank, and citadels. You could use all different kinds of mortars. A lot of different. You could go for damage, or you could go more so for splash. So this last raid cycle definitely opened up the options, and I'm based on what I'm seeing so far, I'm not sure. Let me think about what I'm about to say. I'm not sure that we're going to have that much freedom in this raid series to be able to really play around with the builds and have as many different fleets and different kinds of builds be successful. I think that Phoenix and Skyfires, if you don't have one or the other, I think Apollos will probably do okay in the very low level stuff, but
My boat's in really bad shape.
yeah, you're not gonna make it through 7. No way. And 7 is the 100 from the raid series.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I got quite a bit of repairs now.
Well, here's the problem, Power Boss. Adding in some T2 and T3 hulls below what's there. I assume you mean in the FM. The problem is that every time they add something to the FM, that keeps you farther and farther away from getting all the tokens. Now, tier 2 and tier 3, that's not true. But then we also run into the question of what tier 2 and tier 3s are relevant for the current game. Okay, Power Boss. Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. Your Foundry question. They don't want to add the tier 5 hull upgrades for the. I'm sorry, they don't want to add hull upgrades or upgrades in general to current tech, because that's the purpose of the Foundry for later game players, at least, is to extend the life of sorry, let me think. The purpose of the Foundry is to extend the life of older boats. Basically, very much like the Retrofit Lab. It's not to make current boats more powerful, because then you run into bizarre power situations where not only do you have to build it, not only do you have to retro the components, but you also have to retro the hulls themselves during a raid cycle, right? And whatever your retrofit level is, or your Foundry level is going to affect the value of your fleet or the performance of your fleet in a raid cycle. Several other comments about the Foundry. I'll just say one more thing about the Foundry, then I'll try to move on. One of the things I have advocated is getting rid of the Retrofit Lab or getting rid of the Foundry and basically merging them, just because there's no, in my opinion, there's no need for that added complexity in the game. And
Yeah, it didn't work out at all.
I'll just leave that alone. Well, I can't argue with 50 days of research for R5 sets being too long. I don't have any. I got nothing for that one, guys. You're right. Hey, Bike. That's cool, man. My fingers just got tired. I started a crap storm by asking a question, so I thought I better jump in here and start answering questions and let Price play for a few minutes.
Yeah, I'm still having a hard time watching chat, so I'm just kind of just getting one side of the conversation, listening to Dirty Harry speak.
Yeah, I'm trying to give you. That's why I'm kind of giving the answer, or giving the question. Trying to give the question a little bit before I give the answer, so you can follow along while you're playing. Sorry, man. I didn't mean to, hijack your shit.
Oh, don't apologize. Don't apologize, man. You're fine.
Wherever love goes, there is also misery. It's no mystery.
Whoa. That sounded like it hurt.
Yeah, it didn't. I mean, it's just hiccups, man, driving me nuts. And Joel, the Apollos are very low level at this point in time. If at all possible, the Phoenix and/or the Skyfire is really what you need to go for. If you're building Apollos so that you can get those, then that makes sense in this raid cycle. But that's a long build time.
I don't know if any of y'all seen. I've seen the people, the up-to-date fleet that Kickstarter is giving away to people coming back to the game is Skyfires.
Yeah. Not sure what I think about that.
I think it's crazy, man. It's like, we haven't even, barely have had the opportunity to earn them, and they're giving them away. Now, I understand, that you don't want people to struggle to get back into the game. If you can get them to come back, I understand that.
My personal feeling is I disagree with giving away a current raid fleet.
Yeah.
I agree with giving out a current. Hell, they could skull them for all I care. An FM fleet. If you're a player that's coming back into the game, the very first thing you need to focus on is FM. That's according to their roadmap, right? According to their plan.
Yeah.
So they should be more focused on giving things out. If they're going to give out fleets, they need to be giving out something for players to catch up with FM. Because that's what they're going to need. That's what they're going to need to then go back and catch up or start dominating in raids. Exactly. RM or RBM KII. I don't even have any idea how to pronounce that.
Just RB Mark II.
Okay, all right, that makes sense.
Have fun with it, man.
Yeah.
That's what I do.
Yeah, Skyfires won't help them with the FM, which should be what they're focused on. So that's my concern about it. Yeah, giving away a fleet. I don't care if they give away a fleet that's going to help a player return. Once again, I want to be very clear: returning to the game, not new players or whatever, but players returning to the game. A fleet that's going to get them, give them some hope to get relevant in a reasonable period of time.
Big Dulo, thank you for the follow. Woohoo! I'm getting some fireworks on here tonight, man. I'm loving it.
So to kind of summarize what I've seen, Price, you don't have to sit there and read 3 pages of chat. Basically, the line of questioning that I've seen come out of the players is, really two things. First of all, surprisingly, there's a lot of questions about the Foundry. And, you know, when are they going to bring out Tier 5 in the Foundry and that kind of thing, as well as... well, that's primarily it. But the second thing is the... sorry, I'm trying to read, hiccup, and talk at the same time.
I think they're just trying to tax cut. I mean, I don't know that it would be. It's a broken design. It's not what the game was originally. That part is true. It's definitely not what the game was originally. But you know, the whole point of this splintering the holes into different tasks, you know, via classification, is to extend the life, to make sure that everything that comes out is good for a year.
Yeah.
That was really what the whole point of it was.
So even though it might take you a month or two to build a fleet, and if you're slow building everything and not getting any tokens, once you're done with it, it should be able to handle the targets that you've built it for a year.
All done. All right. Wish I could get some built.